What's old is new again. Intermittent fasting is here and it's the rage. But should you be so fast to start eating and following this nutrition plan? We're going to look into that today. What's up guys, Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. Today we're going to start to address a topic here that I've been getting questions about. Obviously it's the rage. It seems like everybody's talking about intermittent fasting. Now I've sort of avoided the topic because I have my own personal preferences when it comes to nutrition, and I have my own personal preferences when it comes to what I feel is the most effective approach to eating healthy and getting results. And really what I think it comes down to is the long-term viability of an eating plan. And that's what brings us to intermittent fasting. So for those of you not familiar with it already, intermittent fasting is basically an eating plan that revolves around alternating periods of when you can eat with periods of fasting where you're not eating. So there's a couple of variations of it, but the two most popular, again, I said what's old is new. This has been around, guys, for a long period of time. It's just been revitalized of late. You have a 16-hour fast with an 8-hour window to eat in. Now, the thing about intermittent fasting here is that's not all so different than if, let's say, you woke up and had breakfast at 9 and you had your dinner at 5. That's 8 hours right there. That might happen for most people. And then you wouldn't eat after that and you wouldn't eat before that. That's a variation of intermittent fasting, but it's not so uncommon or out of the ordinary. That could happen. But when you start to get into the 18-hour fast with 6 hours of eating, now we start to delve into a territory where I think it becomes a little bit unrealistic. Now, why do I say that? First, let me qualify. I know a lot of people that do intermittent fasting and see good results from that. My problem is it's not a long-term solution. Okay? I think that I don't usually address things that aren't long-term solutions because that's not necessarily what I'm interested in. I'm not trying to get ready for a competition. I'm not trying to just lose some pounds for a short period of time. I'm not trying to get somebody to look good for a photo shoot. The goal of ATHLEAN-X and the goal of my philosophies and training is to get somebody to be able to perform at a better level than they are today and be able to stay there. And that's from a nutrition side of things and that's from a training side of things. We're trying to create long-term changes, lifestyle changes that can stay with you forever. My problem with intermittent fasting is that it's not a real lifetime option. I don't believe. Again, I'm going to qualify it. Guys, if you're doing it and you like it and you're sticking with it, by all means, continue to do it. I'll always support what I think works for people. But for me, what I say is it doesn't become very, even social, right? Because let's say my 6-hour window, let's say I started at, I don't know, 8 in the morning. If I started at 8 in the morning, then I'm done by 2. Now, I don't know, maybe you're dating somebody. If you're going to go out to dinner at night, you can't eat because you're on your intermittent fasting schedule. You know, that's not going to go over too well with them. Or even just from a family atmosphere, one of the best times of the day is coming together at the end of the night as a family eating together. But unless you're manipulating your hours where you're not eating your first meal until, let's say, 12 in the afternoon, then your fasting is going to exclude your dinner. And you're not going to be able to eat. God forbid you eat a minute after 6 o'clock because that's outside of your 6-hour window and the rest of your family can sit there and watch you stare at them eating their food. I just don't think someone's going to do that forever. And that's my main argument is it's not a real conducive plan to long-term change. The one final point I will make, if you're an overweight guy or if you're a guy that has a lot of mass already, doing an intermittent fasting schedule can definitely help you lean up and can definitely help you to lose fat. Again, whether it be short-term or long-term is depending upon whether you can stick with that schedule. But I don't recommend it for guys that are hard gainers at all because I really feel that one of the main things that guys struggle from when they are hard gainers is an overactive metabolism, one that's processing and going through your foods each and every hour to the point where it's humming along. You need to continue to fuel that fire. And going long periods without doing that is not gonna play into that what's needed for that guy to actually start to build muscle. And I know I'm not saying that you're not getting as many calories when you're a hard gainer on an intermittent fasting schedule, because what guys will say is, I don't care, you're in 6 hours, you can still eat 8,000 calories if you're a hard gainer in 6 hours, as opposed to spreading it out over the day. But my argument is, when you look at healthy food, things like sweet potatoes and chicken breasts and your classic healthy foods, generally, guys, they're nutrient dense, but they're not so much calorie dense. They're calorie low, and they're usually fibrous. So by the time you wind up eating these things, it's difficult to eat a lot of calories when you're eating healthy and eat them throughout a condensed period of 6 hours. You just simply aren't that hungry. So hard gainers, I don't really think it's a great option. But guys, as I said, with ATHLEAN-X, I'm looking for long-term solutions, and intermittent fasting in my eyes is not really a long-term solution. So if you're doing it and getting results, guys, keep doing it, okay? I can't stress that enough. Keep doing it, because I want you to essentially do what's working for you. If it's bringing you closer to a healthier you, then that's what's good. But if it's something that you feel like you're struggling with and you're struggling to maintain or will be able to maintain forever, then it could be time to start thinking about a lifetime solution, all right? Something that you could live with forever that works. And for me, it's the way I approach nutrition, and my whole X Factor meal plan is based around something that I feel you can live with forever. So, guys, if you haven't already, head over to ATHLEAN-X.com, take a look around, look at the ATHLEAN-X training program. It has what I feel is a lifelong solution to nutrition, as well as a lifelong commitment to training, by training you like an athlete and getting you to start moving and feeling better. Not just looking better, but moving better too. And I think that's really where this is at. So, guys, again, give me your feedback below. I know you're all going to have your different opinions on intermittent fasting, and I respect all those. So fill her up down below. Let me know. And also, click on the link and visit ATHLEAN-X. I'll see you guys back here in 7 days if I survive the newest hurricane, Hurricane Sandy. We might come back here next week, if we survive, with the Hurricane Head Rush Part 2. I'll see you guys soon.